I open my eye and I see for my country power show. Everywhere, every corner, everybody they do power show. Power show. Ella also sang another song. Zombie, oh zombie, zombie, oh zombie. Zombie no go come unless you tell them to come, zombie.
I salute you, my people. Welcome back to Nigeria, a country where we say law no day. That is to say, Nigeria is a lawless country. Yes, Nigeria is a lawless country. A country where we say power and authority is there for some people hand. And that is why, my people, it is very difficult for that country called Nigeria to get better. If our constitution continue like this, that country will not move forward. No, because no be say person no love in country. Yes, they use police people, police that are supposed to be our friend. They use them, they oppress us. My people, we know they move forward. We know they move forward whether we like it or not. No because. No because everything about that our country, Nigeria, na lie upon lie. No single truth for anywhere. Our leaders, they go do their own. People where we hold in high esteem, they go still do their own. So, my people, who go help us? Share wala no day now. Who go help us see? All the human rights activists, where they stand to be our voice, to speak on our behalf. Instead, waiting this year people they try to do. They see they try with all their power to bring them down, to shut them down. Shall I don't say and say there is fire. No be so. Because these people, they know they hear our voice. Because if to say that they hear our voice in there, they no go arrest a lawyer for defamation of character. Waiting Uncle Dele Farotimi talk. Never reach the child where me and you they shout every day on social media. Yes, he never reached that one. Shall I don't say now? Say these our people. They can do and not do to anybody who step on their toes. They don't care. Now the message where they pass to Nigerians be that. To me, that is my opinion. Yes, now waiting they may be that. Now God go help us from these our leaders.
The arrest of human rights advocate Dele Farotimi, who on Tuesday morning alleged in a statement that officers attached to the Ekiti Police Command has perfected plans to abduct him from Lagos. Farotimi accused the command of deploying questionable means to lure him for arrest despite honoring the invitation of the Zone 2 Police Headquarters in Lagos some weeks ago. The spokesperson for the Ekiti State Police Command confirmed Farotimi's arrest to journalists on Tuesday, saying that he was arrested over a petition about alleged defamation and cyberbullying, but declined to name the complainant. Well, let's take some reactions. If we can pull up the reactions, we know that the activists had said that, police officers from the Ekiti command were acting on a petition allegedly filed by Afe Baba Lola, a senior advocate of Nigeria. Let's take some reactions if we can do that really quickly.
Okay, I think we can take.
Oh, there are no reactions, yes? Okay. Yes. Well, you know that Farotimi had. This is a huge story. I mean, we have a bunch of reactions. I know I have Omoyele Showere's tweet there, if we can do that. Omoyele, okay, let's pull up Inibehe's tweet. Inibehe. He had written on X saying that distance from Lagos to Ekiti State is more than 7 hours. There is no airport in Ekiti. That is the horrendous journey the police is embarking on because of alleged case of defamation of character. Dele Farotimi wrote about the rot in the Nigerian criminal justice system, and he is experiencing it again in real time. As a lawyer, it is one thing to know how deeply flawed Nigeria's justice system is. It is another thing entirely to personally suffer from that unjust system as a lawyer. I'll take Peter Obi's tweet. He wrote, I just learned of the arrest of Dele Farotimi, a respected human rights lawyer and advocate, over an alleged allegation of defamation. This action is a gross misuse of police powers and a grave assault on the principles of democracy and justice in Nigeria. I condemn this action in totality. It represents not only an attempt to intimidate opposing voices from questioning authority, it is also a worrying signal to every Nigerian who loves and values freedom of expression and dares to demand accountability and transparency. I'll take Atedo Peterside's tweet. He wrote, "The people writing petitions against Dele Farotimi, along with their errand boys in the Nigerian police, have actually defamed themselves far more than Dele could ever have done. There is no hiding place for them. Dele Farotimi is a brilliant intellectual and a detribalized Nigerian who epitomizes the conscience of the nation by their activities." Well, Serap also wrote, breaking. The Tinubu administration must immediately release activist Dele Farotimi, who is reportedly arrested for alleged defamation. Nigerian authorities should not be using criminal defamation laws to turn critics into criminals and undermine freedom of expression. The first tweet I had was Omoyele Sowore, who actually posted a video of, the CCTV footage of the actual arrest. If we have a Showore's tweet, let me know. But we do have that video. This has been condemned by the, Nigerian Bar Association, by Afenifere. I mean, it really is a gross violation about these sort of arrests. We've seen it only recently. I believe it was this musician who was arrested for defamation. And we talked about the enabling laws. Speed Darlington and Burna Boy, Dr. Bati, the enabling laws that covers, the arrest for defamation of character.
Okay, Section 373 of the Criminal Code deals with defamation. What is defamation? When you expose another individual to ridicule, to hatred, or you lower the person's estimation, integrity in the eyes of members of the public. So to that extent, in other words, we're saying that nobody has a right to defame or libel the other person. That's what the law says. The law, however, says that there is defense. If you are speaking out of public interest, if there is justification to say that you are saying the truth, in other words, it's not automatic that when you are accused of libel, you will be punished for it. Now, there's been some argument whether it's a criminal offense or it's a civil wrong. Well, in Nigerian laws, a civil wrong can also be a criminal offense, particularly if it leads to a breach of peace. In the Aviomo case, determined by Justice Ogunwomoji, which has been quoted in the last 2 days, what it says is that in Lagos State and Edo State, defamation is not considered a criminal offense. But where it can become a criminal offense is when it leads to breach of public peace and violence. But in this specific case, which the Mazi Afamusigwe SAN, had to intervene, we were told that the policemen went to Dele Farotimi's law firm and disrupted the work of the lawyers, and that even one lawyer was rough-handled in the place. Now, the MBA president and MBA as a body has to stand up to ensure that people do not just keep going to people's law firms and harassing people all over the place. So Mazi Afamusigwe is to that extent right. And then the second thing is that we were told that Dele Farotimi was abducted. It was in a gangster-like operation that he was picked up. So there are persons who have said he was not arrested, he was abducted. Because if they want to arrest him, he's a lawyer, they will have invited him. Even if he's a lawyer, he's not a lawyer, he will have been invited. And he said about a week ago, he was at the Zone 2 police headquarters, where he was presented with 2 different allegations, one by the chairman of United Bank for Africa, the other by Chief Afe Babalola, SAN. Now going to abduct him, coming from Ekiti Police Command, to come and abduct somebody in Lagos. The question that the Nigerian police force will have to explain to us is whether that is standard police operating procedure. So it's the untidiness of it that is also part of the problem. The Lagos Police Command could have apprehended him if that needed to be done, and they could have handed over to the appropriate jurisdiction, not to go and abduct somebody from his office. And the Ekiti Police Command, they even had the courage to come and say that they came to Lagos to take him, and they were taking him to Ekiti Police Command.
7 hours journey.
It's a law enforcement. The police is a law enforcement body. They should not be seen to be lawless. Finally, whatever the matter is, I don't think Dele Farotimi will be afraid of them. He's a lawyer. He will get his own lawyers, and he will meet them in court. His rights must be respected. So that if you accuse a man of defamation does not mean that the man is a convict per se.
Yeah.
He has a line of defenses open to him. Truth, public policy, justification, and all of that. And absence of malice. Once he can prove that he's not speaking out of malice and that he's speaking in public interest, so nobody should think that because they are highly placed, they can intimidate anybody. And no lawyer is afraid of going to court. You cannot intimidate him with a law.
You know, he had written some comments in a book that was published. I mean, and he said that the comments in the book were about, sitting in Lagos. It's supposed to be in Lagos. The book was published in Lagos. Why go all the way to Ekiti? Those are some of the angst out there. I mean, but we did see the footage, the CCTV footage, and, the police, they did maintain decorum. You saw that. They were in rough handling him and all of that. Did you see that?
No.
Did you see that part?
I saw that, but NBA's statement released said that they harassed, the word they used was harassed some lawyers in the building and seized some of their phones.
Okay.
So they were not actually gentlemen in this regard. And a number of people have said that the police should not be used as a tool or a weapon of oppression. We often talk about this a lot of times. And like Dr. Batia said, the people who are meant to be law enforcers should not be seen to be breaking the law or disrespecting the rule of law. And I think that's where the challenge is. If you have a grouse with someone, we can talk about the technicalities of Lagos State, Ekiti State, whether they had jurisdiction to come to Lagos State to arrest someone in Lagos State and take him to Ekiti State. Those are conversations. But it is the fear that the police seems to favor. So in Nigeria, law enforcement agents like the police seem to favor you if you have power, if you have authority, and will disrespect the law. So what is the hope of the common man? That is the painful thing about this. If a man who is outspoken, a lawyer like Dele Farotimi, can be treated in this manner, imagine what other common Nigerians on the street are going through, where people who are not investigated are thrown into custody without proper due process, just because someone, an oga at the top, or someone who has power and influence, ordered the police to do so. This is what I was talking about with South Korea, that our institutions are in shambles, and we need to fix that if we're going to have a proper democracy in Nigeria. And I'm glad that a lot of people have come out to speak about this. It can be Dele Farotimi today. It can be anyone else. Tomorrow they come and pick you, Rufai, and just bundle you to Kutuwenje or to Kaduna just because you said something. And you know the irony of it?
Out there
the name of the book is Nigeria and its Criminal Justice System.
Yes,
Look at that. Look at it on
the
show.
actual irony of it. I mean, we've discussed this at length. I know that you have a point to make in this.
So
before
in
we take
1981,
another.
I just have to be sure about it. In 1981, Fela sang a song. I'll sing 2 songs before I buttress my point. It said, I open my eye and I see for my country power show. Everywhere, every corner, everybody they do power show. Power show. Fela also sang another song. Zombie, oh zombie, zombie, oh zombie. Zombie no go come unless you tell them to come, zombie. Those songs are very apt today concerning the case of Dele Farotimi. And for all that thought Dele Farotimi was words when he would come here and said there was nothing as a Nigerian citizen, Dele has been proven right today. Dele, take your flowers because you were correct. Because like Dele will say, Nigerian citizens don't have rights. Their rights are trampled upon. It's just about one big man not liking your face. They'll tell the police, and the police will run along. But the same police that comes to meet us, to defend them. I remember my boss, I admire so much, Prince Udoka Baegbana. talking about the story of a guy top there in military intelligence and the role he did to track down journalists. He said one night he saw somebody Frank Omenka. He saw somebody in his kitchen, and the same Frank Omenka that was violating them now became the Frank Omenka that was running for help. You see, those I really want to talk about. Thank you for all of those that have commented and speaking up daily for me. Those that I pity the most are the slaves that are going everywhere to say, good for him, because he's talking for justice, good for him. You see, I will just remind them, as a Yoruba saying, that the cane that was used to beat the last wife is still there waiting.
Yeah.
The senior wife.
The senior wife is still there waiting for all of us. All of us will chop that cane one day, and you will see how brutal the Nigerian state can be.
Yeah, well,
so don't worry, keep abusing him.
No.
You can never be as great as the soul of Daily Routine Misfits.
Talk, Rufai, no be lie. It is very obvious, say, na show of power. Na they do, na through you talk. And they forget, say, the cane where they take beat senior wife, he dey for the roof, they never throw him. Na turn by turn. You go reach the junior wife as soon as possible. Na so life be, na turn by turn. Make una continue. So my people, make una feel free to drop on a comment down below. Till I come on away next time. Stay good.